Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. Now, in case you guys didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist last year for the best data analysis category. And we are currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, swing trade, also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody at True Trading Group. If you're wondering why you should stop and pay attention to this video and listen to anything it is that I discuss on this channel, it's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I didn't figure it out watching YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where they had me go through an educational training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. And then 2008 happened, and that was the big recession. The stock market crashed, but it was also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 professional full-time trading moderators that are with you each and every single day, calling out their trades, answering questions, giving analysis and commentary, maintaining a cumulative win rate together as a group on all of our executions of just around 80% over the last 4 years. We have helped thousands of members from all over the world in 115 different countries reach their goals. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button and show some love, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. And you don't want to miss out on what's going on this week. This is a pivotal week in this market. We've been experiencing this raging bull market the last 5 months as we just ripped to new all-time highs, and we are getting your first real pullback of the year. This is going to break down the win streak. We had a 5-month win streak. We're going to finish April in the red unless something crazy happens in the last 2 weeks, which I do not expect. But I do think that we're going to finish this month well in the red. And the question now becomes, how much further can this pullback take us? It's not that bad of a pullback so far. It's only about a 5% pullback in the market. We got as deep as about 5.7% on Friday. A little bit of a bounce back day today. We're down about 5% from the all-time high. It's really not that crazy of a pullback. A lot of people get nervous when the markets go down, but really this is an extremely healthy pullback that is not only normal, but it's actually necessary in order for the markets to cool off and get rid of all that excess premium, get rid of all that irrational exuberance, get rid of all that FOMO, get rid of all that greed, and bring this market back down to some normal levels that can provide some pretty good trade opportunities for us as traders. The question here becomes, does this little 5-6% pullback turn into a full-blown 10% correction? That's the question. And a full-blown 10% correction, again, should not also scare you, because they're actually extremely normal. It's very normal for a market to pull back around 10% during a calendar year. What's not normal is the 20% sell-offs like you saw in 2022, which equals the bear market. That's what's not normal. That doesn't happen often. But a 10% pullback, that actually happens quite frequently throughout the course of a year. So is April, May, is that the time frame that's going to give you that 10% pullback? Or is this 5-6% dip, is that really all we're going to get before the markets push themselves back up towards those all-time highs? I think this week is going to dictate and is going to determine that. See, this is going to be a huge week. It's a huge week because there are so many things going on. Big mega cap tech earnings begin. Tesla's tomorrow, Meta's on Wednesday, Microsoft and Alphabet are on Thursday. Amazon then comes up the following week. The reason why I think that this is such an important earnings week, it's probably the most important earnings week that we've seen for the last several quarters. And it's because we're in the middle of this pullback and we're about to get a look into the economy and the consumer and the AI sector. All of the things that are really driving this market. When you get a booming economy or you get a really slowing economy, that's going to show up in the way that businesses advertise. You're going to get Meta and Alphabet's earnings this week. Their biggest revenue drivers comes from their advertising. If Meta and Alphabet guide lower than analyst expectations, this market has a lot more room to the downside as people think the economy is coming to a little bit of a point where things might become a bit of an issue and there could be a bit of a growth scare. But then you're going to get also a look into AI with Meta and Alphabet, but then also Microsoft. And the reason why that look into AI is going to be so important is because everybody wants to know, are these massive investments that these companies are making into AI technology and development, are they paying off? Or is this something similar to like when Meta was investing in the metaverse and it was something that you're not going to really reap those rewards for many years? You just had a really nasty pullback in some of your semiconductors, right? AMD is down big off of its all-time high. SMCI is down big off its all-time high. ARM is down big off its all-time high. NVIDIA down big off its all-time high. So Microsoft is looked at as one of the bellwethers when it comes to AI. So is Meta. So is Alphabet. And now that you got this pullback on some of these AI-related semiconductors, people are wanting to know, is this a viable pullback on some of these names? I can't tell you how many questions I've gotten from people. Should I add to NVIDIA? Should I add to AMD? Because we own all these stocks. We've owned them for many years. We added to them in 2020. We added to them in 2022. We added to them in 2023. We have not yet added to any of them in 2024. But with this recent pullback that we've seen, it might be time to consider possibly adding to some of these names, right? It might be. I haven't yet, but it might be time to consider it. That's why this earnings week, this earnings season is going to be so damn important. And then once you get Amazon's earnings are going to give you a direct look right into the consumer. So you're going to get the consumer from Amazon. You're going to get advertising in the state of businesses and the economy from Alphabet and Meta. And then you're going to get AI from Microsoft, Meta, and Alphabet as well. So every aspect that investors care about in this market, we're going to hear from. And on top of all that, GDP data on Thursday for the first quarter. And on top of that, PCE inflation data on Friday. Well, you guys know January, February, March, CPI numbers, PPI numbers, hotter than expected. 3 consecutive months in a row. It's part of the reason why yields have pushed back to the upside, which is part of the reason why this market has been continuously pulling back. You had that Middle East scare, Israel and Iran, but really this is a yield-driven pullback. Yields have moved higher. Tech stocks have come down. That's how it should be. And it's a little concerning to see like things like the 2-year push back to 5%. Things like the 5-year push back to the 10-year push back to like 4.7%. You don't want to see that 10-year get close to 5% again. You really don't want to see it get over 5% because 5% was that peak number back in October, which actually bottomed the market and started this vicious bull market rally to new all-time highs. That right there is when we actually bottomed in the market, and that's when yields topped. That was the peak of Treasury yields. The 10-year Treasury got to 5%, and then it pulled back, and that's exactly when the market started to recover, and you got this huge, massive bull market rally from that point on. If you get a disappointing earnings from Meta, Alphabet, and Microsoft, what I'm going to target is a pullback in this market that takes you deeper into the low 480s, and that gives you the 10% pullback. That gives you the 10% correction. And my friends, at that point, I will be looking to add to some of those positions in my long-term portfolio. I'll be adding to AMD. I'll be adding to NVIDIA. I'll be adding to a long list of names. Members of TTG, you guys will know exactly what stocks that I am adding to and which ones that when and where and what price and everything else. Members, you guys will know all that. I'm not going to share that on YouTube, but I will share that with all of our members inside of TTG. Okay. Now, that's what we got coming up here this week. I also entered a brand trade today. I entered a brand new swing today, and it was Moderna. All right, it was Moderna on this false breakdown to this $100 level. We've taken profits off on the trade so far twice. Now, let me just explain to you what I'm seeing chart setup wise. All right, let me explain what I'm seeing chart setup wise. And then I'll go over my entry and my exits. I'm long from 102.18. We took profits today, 104 and 105. We're sitting real nice and pretty. You really can't lose on this trade now. But I am looking for a little bit more upside. I do plan on holding this for a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks. But let's explain what I'm seeing here. First thing that I want to show you is this massive level here at 117. We've made a lot of trades in Moderna off this 117 level over the last couple of years. Once we identified this 117 support level there in 2022, we had some really great trades on this late in end of 2022, in the middle of 2023. And then when that level broke, we shorted Moderna a couple of times off this level as that major support level became resistance. Let me delete this line because I feel like it's confusing. There's the 117 level. You can see it was support, 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 broke it. And once you broke it, resistance, 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 right? Resistance. And we've actually caught a couple of nice trades there on Moderna short against that level. But what I'm starting to see happen here is a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. There's your left shoulder. There's your head. Here's your right shoulder. And here's your neckline. If Moderna breaks this neckline, you're talking about the start possibly of a new uptrend that can take you into the 130s or 140s. But this level has to break. Okay, this is the mark. The mark is 117. If you can take out that level, then I think you can look at this stock to really continue to the upside. The issue here is that they have earnings coming up in a couple of weeks. I do not want to be sitting in a bulk position going into an earnings release, because earnings for me on a stock like Moderna is a little bit of a coin flip. I have no idea what the earnings are going to be. I have no idea what their guidance is going to be. I have no idea what the company's going to say. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to get myself caught in this massive move higher or low. Well, massive move higher would be great for me, but I don't want to get caught in a massive move to the downside if their earnings are lackluster or their guidance is off or something like that. So I would prefer, if I can get the bulk of my position off the table in front of 117 prior to them reporting earnings, which is in about 2 weeks. So let's see if we can get a little more upside here over the next 2 weeks, that I can take some profit into this zone in front of this resistance, and then I'll hold into earnings and see if the earnings breaks us through that level, and then we'll take it from there. Now, the level that I'm seeing here on a closer time frame, that's the bigger setup, right? As we zoom this in, I see this support level right here. And I want to show this to you guys. You can see resistance, resistance, support, 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 right? And you also have a golden cross. Golden cross is when the 50-day moving average, that's the dark blue line, crosses above the 200-day moving average, which is this yellow line. And you can see that just occurred right here in the early days of April. And ever since you've gotten that, this 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average is acting as an area of support. All three actually of your major moving averages are converging right there around the $100 psychological level. We pierced into this level today. We got as low as 99 bucks. And as soon as we got down to that $99 mark, we ripped right back above it. I will take you to an intraday chart so I can show you the level. There's the support level, right? There it is on a 3-minute chart. Today, we opened up, sold off, and pierced it, stopped everybody out. That was long. Then you recovered it viciously. A beautiful V bottom recovery. So I took that example and I said, okay, guys, that to me is a successful test and hold of this level. I'm going to buy the first pullback that we get on this name into VWAP. We got it literally right here, and I got filled right here inside of this green candle. I took the trade long. Members are in either, some of our members went into May expiration, 105 strike calls. Some people took the 110 strike calls. It really just depends on how long you intend on holding this position, what your risk reward is. But that's where we got into our position. We ended up getting a nice break to the new high of the day. I took a little piece of profit off there at the high of the day break. We got another follow through move here into the afternoon. And I took another piece of profit off the table right there as we cracked above 105. So here's my entry. First take profit. Second take profit is already off the table. And now I'm sitting in the restless position to see, do we get some more upside and do we get some follow through on the back of a successful test and hold of this support level? If I'm correct on this, we should not get back down into here. I should not see the stock back at 100 if I'm correct about this, and I'll probably stop out of the rest of my position if we break back below 101 or something like that. What I'm looking for, if I'm correct, is that there should be a little more follow through on this name tomorrow. We should maybe get a candle that looks a little something like this tomorrow, kind of hold like 103, which was previous highs today, push up to like break above 106, 106, a little bit of a congestion level for it, and push up a little bit higher and give me a nice little follow through move. And then we can maybe get something that looks like this on Moderna, and then we'll be able to take profits off into this region ahead of earnings. And then we'll sit back, wait, and hold and see what the earnings have in store. Because if you break this level, then I think you have the start of a new uptrend. And I want to be here if this thing breaks this level. My game plan, the way I'm going to trade this, is as follows. In an ideal scenario, okay? In an ideal scenario, if this stock gets up towards this like 110, 112 over the next 2 weeks, I will get out of the bulk of my position. I'll probably hold around 20 or 25% of my position at that time going into earnings. If earnings are bad and the stock drops, I'll just exit the last 25% of the position. But if earnings are good and this actually takes out this 117 level, on a break of that 117 level, you will most likely see me reload my position, get back to a full-size position, and look for the stock to go up towards 125 to 130. And that's how I'm going to plan on trading this. This is going to be a stock that is going to be on my watch list for the next several weeks, possibly even the next month or two. And I'll keep my ears out. It's a biotech, so you always have to keep your ears out for news. These companies always will give you news updates on clinical trials and studies and everything else. So you really got to make sure you're paying attention to the news when these companies come out with that, because at the drop of a dime, you can get some kind of update on a clinical trial, and that could drastically, affect the price of the stock. So there's an extra layer of risk there with that position, but this is what I see. And I like the reversal today. I like the confirmed support level. I took the trade. We got some profit off already. We're sitting nice and comfortable. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more follow through. Okay. So I'll continue to update you guys on the trade. I just entered it today. Again, we did take profit off twice so far, but I still am in the bulk of my position. I'm looking for a move over the next couple of days to the upside, and we'll see if we get it. I'll continue to update you guys along the way. Listen to me. If you guys are not members of True Trading Group, I'm telling you now, do not try to trade through this market environment on your own, because you finally got a pullback. Volatility has really picked up. But I'm telling you, the volatility is about to get a whole lot crazier because of all these earnings coming up and GDP data and more inflation data. Do not try to trade through this on your own. Do yourselves a favor. Join True Trading Group for the next 7 trading days. We have a 7-day trial where you guys can join, be part of the community, 10,000 members from 115 countries, led by 8 professional full-time trading mods each and every day that give you their entries, their exits in real time. If you can't be in front of your computer, don't stress it. We have a mobile app that sends you push notifications in real time when our mods orders execute, so you can follow along with everything that we are doing during the course of the trading day. 82% of our members do have a full-time job. They work over 40 hours a week. So if they can do it, so can you, mostly because of that mobile app. Okay. And the mobile app is included free when you guys join the trial. So do yourselves a favor, go to TTGTHREE.com. That's TTG3 spelled out.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay $3, and then get your butts in chat. Why do we charge $3? Great question. Guys, we maintain a very high quality chat room during the day with thousands of people focused on one goal, and that's simple: make money. I will not jeopardize the integrity and the quality of that chat room by having people come in, being disruptive, spamming chat, and just being a nuisance throughout the trading day. So by having you pay $3, you enter your credit card information, it lets us know you are serious about this. And if you're serious about this, we are serious about having you. But if you're not, there's plenty of other groups out there that you can go around, you can mess around with, and you can post a bunch of stupid stuff and memes and everything else and be disruptive. Go do that on Discord, go do that on Facebook, go do that anywhere else but here. So by charging $3, it allows us to know you're a real person and you're serious about this. It is a one-time payment of $3. There's no reoccurring fee. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no automatic renewal. It's just a one-time fee of $3. Once your 7-day trial is over, it just expires. You're never charged anything again. Okay? It's 7 trading days. It is not 7 calendar days. So you can join now. Saturday, Sunday will not count against your 7 days. It's 7 full trading days. So go to ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, pay the $3. I guarantee you the best damn $3 you've ever spent in your life. You've all spent more than that for a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You know you have. Join us for the next 7 trading days. There's never been a better time, because if you join us now for the next 7 trading days, you're going to get all of your big mega cap tech earnings. Tesla's tomorrow, Meta's on Wednesday, Microsoft and Alphabet are on Thursday, GDP data is Thursday, PCE inflation's on Friday, Amazon earnings come right after that. Do not trade through this environment on your own. Okay? ttgthree.com. Go sign up for the trial now. Again, it's a one-time payment. Get your butts in chat. I'll see you guys there. And of course, I'll give you guys updates along the way about my trade. If I'm wrong about Moderna, I'll probably get out of this thing around $100. I'm long from 102. We took profits at 104 and 105. I'll probably get out of it around 100 if I'm wrong. Okay? So that's the game plan there. I'll update you guys along the way. Go join the trial. Get your butts in chat. If you have not done so yet, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, guys.